Hello, and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Off the Dome. I'm your humble interviewer, Jordon Brown, and with me, as always, is our brilliant bestie. Say hi, brilliant bestie.
Hi, brilliant bestie. I woke up 10 minutes ago and I feel amazing.
Vic.
Afternoon nap. Can you tell?
Perfect.
Be honest.
I
said be honest, so this is really tough.
Yeah,
and that
it
feels
is
like
tough.
A lie.
Yeah, you look a little tired. But you've also been very
Thank you for your
busy.
honesty. That's literally all I asked. I asked for honesty and you gave it to me, and I was going to get mad at your honesty, and I can't. And I can't because that's exactly what I asked for. So thank you. I'm going to thank you for your honesty.
Great. Well, you've been very busy. That's why we haven't spoken in so long.
That's true.
This is so exciting. We have 2 episodes to talk about.
We got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, before we hop into it, I think you know that I'm like deep in your back catalog of podcasts at this point.
I'm scared for this part of it.
Oh no!
I'm always scared.
Freezing up so very, very quickly.
No, you're perfect.
Course,
you're literally perfect. You are smooth. We're talking baby smooth. I am. This is crazy.
It's good now. So that includes Comedy Bang Bang.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you think there's any level of irony that someone who absolutely does not understand a time loop was cast in a time loop movie?
It's so crazy because that is the thing I would say I get DM'd most about. If people are going to like be mad about something that I've done, people will still to this day be like, don't ask Vic about time loops. And I'm just like, it was one time, it was a bit, we were joshing around. It was fun in the moment. People got mad about it on the record. And guess what? I stand by it.
Oh, people got mad. That's wild. I had no idea it was a sore subject. I just thought it was funny.
Well, I guess that's part of it, is I think some people listen to comedy on the internet to be like, that's funny. And then I think some people listen to comedy on the internet to be like, actually, that's wrong. Actually, that's incorrect. And this is the correct thing. And did you know that it's funnier if you would have said this instead? And that's okay. You know, I can't blame people for getting their enjoyment the way they get it. I just don't want to know about it. I want you to have as many opinions as you want. You just don't have to tell me about it. I love when people talk behind my back when I'm not there.
Great news. I do it all the time.
Thank you, Jordan. That's all I'm asking. See, you got it.
Yeah.
I would love for people to talk behind my back. I just don't want to know about it. I want it to be nothing but like, hey, once I get into the room, and then I'm thrilled. I feel fantastic about that. Jordan, how was PAX?
PAX was so much fun. So like the Patreon where people can like prompt questions.
Sure.
And you're frozen, so I'm just gonna. Oh, great. So one of the things that someone wanted me to ask you was if I give good hugs. And
if you give good hugs?
Yeah, because we hugged for like 2 seconds outside of the theater at South by.
And that's their question? They could ask you anything in the world, and that's what they want to know?
They wanted me to ask you that. Because I specifically had talked about at PAX East.
So here's going to be my answer. Do you think you give good hugs?
Phenomenal hugs. I think I give mediocre hugs.
Can I be 1,000% honest with you? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like a bad hug would really stand out. But like good hugs are all like just like, oh, that was nice. I feel like I'd maybe have a negative association with you if it was a bad hug. So I would say it was a good hug.
Yeah, okay. Well, say like, because I was saying, I think Iffy gives phenomenal hugs.
Jordan.
This is going to be one of these very fun episodes.
It really feels like I had to start freezing up, and we had to have some technical difficulties, or it wasn't going to be an issue. It was perfect, and I came out so strong saying, not a single issue on my side, smooth. Nope. Oh, and there we go. And there we are. Look at that.
We're back. Great.
We're back.
Because I said Iffy gives great hugs. I assume you have hugged Iffy. Yeah, like he is like so strong.
I would say he falls into that sort of like, because like I sort of said, it's one of those things where it's like you remember a bad hug, but in the same way you'll remember an exceptional hug. And if he's a pretty exceptional hugger, I would say. I meet people where they're at. I feel like if somebody's gonna give me sort of like I'm not gonna hug too tight. If somebody's sort of like I'm hugging because I like the concept of a hug, but I'm not a hugger necessarily, I'll meet you there. I love that. We'll go quick. We can go side. I'll do like a tap tap. That's fine with me.
Yeah. So I think when I said mediocre, I did mean good by your parameters of just like a like perfectly normal standard hug. Nothing like you're not upset, but you're not like this was the best hug I've ever had, which I'm fine
Greeting,
with.
hello,
Yeah.
hi, nice to
Yeah.
see you. 1000%. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
Iffy is a very good hugger, I would say. I
yeah.
feel good
So
about that.
when I met Iffy in his hotel, he brought me in for like a monster, like big bear hug,
How nice
which
was that?
was like so sweet. When we had finished up, like it was super fun. The panel went great. We can talk about it, but like they did like an impromptu meet and greet, he and BDG afterwards, with 60 people who lined up to talk to them.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and
That's so
every once in a while,
exciting.
someone would be like, "Do you want to sign my badge too?" And I'm like, "You don't want me to, but sure." Because I was
Famous.
just kind of standing to
Famous.
the side as the two of them were there. But if he brought me into like a very tight like brought my head in and like put his head against mine for like a final, not final, but like a hug goodbye after like our wonderful panel. And he's a very kind man.
Yeah, if he's great. If he's the best
Yeah.
and is such a good host. I've always been such an Actually fan. And I mean, like, Trap is such a great host, and if he has just, really put his own stamp on the show, and I think it's just so great.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, it's so much fun. Loving the back and forth that we're getting. I think this week's in particular was phenomenal. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've
it was
had a
such a
chance
good
to
app.
watch yet.
Of
Yeah.
course.
This is now where I just fully start bragging about myself. I texted Iffy after the episode to say like what a great episode it was, because I'm just
Okay.
climbing up the ranks of who I can text at Dropout. It's
I
you
love
and
that.
Iffy. Oh, and Eve Hines,
No more
your editor
unofficial.
for
Can't even
Very
hear about
Important
it. You're
People.
frozen. I don't know if I vamp. What do I
Ooh,
do?
yeah.
Do I imagine what you're saying?
We just panic and yeah.
Oh, and there you go. And you came back
Am
in
I
and we just
back?
panic. I love
Great.
that. Look at
Yeah.
this. We're
Yeah.
doing it. This is
Perfect.
doing it.
Yeah.
This means we're back.
This is really good. This feels seamless because I'm actually it's weird this time. Normally for me when you freeze, I talk a lot until you come back. But now you're coming back before, and so I get to hear your like what do I do? What do I do? speech until you're like, "Oh, you're back." So,
I
it's
love that. So we get to
yeah.
prepare. So it's
Yeah.
cohesive.
Yes. So I was saying
Cohesive
it's
difficulties.
people I can text are you, Iffy, Christina Ariel, and Eve
What a
Hines,
lovely
your
person
editor.
as well. Yeah,
So
and
so
Eve is the best. I mean, like,
yeah.
literally Tamara and I'll get on the phone and just like for the first 10 minutes of our conversation be like, Eve is the best. Eve is so talented.
Eve's so talented and also so kind. We did like an interview, and like with all of my interviews, except for you, because like we're at a different spot in our friendship. I send an email of like, thank you so much, because like if I sent you one, then I'd be sending you one every 2 weeks, and obviously I'm forever indebted to everything that you do for this amazing life
this
that I
is
live.
A blast. Are you kidding?
But
it's my favorite
Eve
podcast I accidentally host.
Eve messaged me before I had a chance to email her to thank me for the interview, and I was like, you can't do that. Like you gotta let me have the like. Anyway, but yes,
you host PAX panels now. Now you
so
send
much
people
fun.
emails going, haven't received your thank you email yet.
Yeah,
just
that's
writing, inquiring about my thank you email.
Yeah. So PAX, we had a room of 750 people. They opened the line at it's so much wilder than that. And we'll find out more right after this. Wait, we're back. Great.
Okay.
So they opened the line at 3 p.m. The panel was at 4:30. Mm-hmm. They closed the line, I believe, at 3:15 because 750 people had already lined up.
Whoa. That's crazy.
It was wild.
That's amazing. It's nice to know that people are excited about like hearing about Dropout stuff in a live capacity as well. Like that's very cool.
It was like if this was a like test case for doing Dropout content at cons, it couldn't have gone better. I think it certainly helped that we had BDG on the panel because he is a genuine superstar at a video game conference.
Is just like, and is also just one of the coolest, nicest people in the world. And now
He
you're
is.
frozen, and I'm not frozen, so I'm gonna wait. And you're drinking your Yeti. And now we're back. And we're back. That was a commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. For Yeti. Sponsor
For
me,
Yeti.
please.
That would be great. How nice would that be? Actually, we could use some Yeti money around here. I think that we could do some upgrades. I'll hardwire in my Wi-Fi. Yeti, this could be yours.
This could be yours. I'll drink Label Out all the time if that's what you want me to do.
Dying to sell out. I would love that.
Oh boy, we are in. Yeah. Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, we were fine. It was really funny. So like BDG, Iffy, one of Iffy's friends, Ira, and I were walking around the floor for a bit. Are you just gonna? Are we gonna? Oh, okay. You're there still. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't. I thought maybe you had frozen and you were just gonna be like, I'll pretend like I can hear him.
Well, now you're frozen. Active listening. I wanted to hear the end because I know nothing about conferences, so I find it very interesting hearing about the experience. And now you are back. This is a nightmare, disaster.
It's so great. Classic so us. A return to form.
Oh no! The internet's trying to kill me. I feel pretty strongly about that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's all right. I talked to Jesse Heron from D20 this week.
Amazing!
And fully crashed like 3 times while we were recording. Like to the point I've never seen it do it before. Like her whole screen went black. I lost audio and visual.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There is just going to be a fun overlap on some of these of both of us filling the time, now understanding how the time delay works and how Riverside smooths it out, which I'm looking forward to hearing.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
But yeah, we walked around the floor. Iffy bought, I think, about $1,000 worth of Magic the Gathering cards. It was very fun. And I think 20 people came up to BDG to tell him what a big fan they were, and he was fully wearing a mask. Like that is how much of a celebrity he is. Like people clocked him
just here,
like short hair, mask, not a problem.
Incredible, man. That's so cool.
And now we vamp. Yeah. Yeah, it was super fun. Panel went great.
I'm so glad you got to go. You're a perfect host for that, and I'm so glad that they were able to snag you for that. That's so cool.
Yeah, look, it was an absolute delight. So much fun. Looking forward to doing more. Obviously, we've got our plans for very important people panels because that has to happen.
Fingers crossed, your lips. That would be, how fun would that be? We're at a news conference, probably a news conference.
Yeah, I think so. We'll just set up in MSNBC's. Yeah, we'll set up in MSNBC's lobby and just.
I love that.
Put on a show.
People are like, "You gotta leave." We're like, we're here for the conference.
Do you not know who we are? We won a Webby.
Well, fingers crossed. Hey, look at this. You're really getting the word out. It's been
dominant first place right now.
Yeah, we'll see. So apparently there's a People's Choice, which I'm thinking it seeming like we're probably gonna win, fingers crossed, and then there's a juried award, which, hey, honestly, it just is very cool. I know it's like the nerdiest, worst version of something to be like, it's an honor to be nominated, but it really is very fun working on something from the ground up and then having people be like, this was fun, and then we're like, thank you for saying that, we appreciate that.
Yeah, I am so happy for you and the show because it deserves every award.
Thank you so much, Jordan. That really means the world. It is like it was the most fun show to work on, and I'm so excited to be working on another season of it.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm gonna say.
Fantastic.
And that's all I can say.
Yeah.
And that's all And that's all I can say about that. And that's all I will say about that.
I did message Sam to remind him that it is Emmy picking season right now, so that he needs to get the episode of Game Changer and Very Important People selected to send off to the Emmy to like the nominating committees. He's on it. Don't worry.
Oh, great. Did you have your pick for if you were going to send something off, which one you would send off?
I think I still send Nana, even though obviously like a bit of a controversial choice, just because I think the improv is so impressive in Nana. That like, although I think Tommy Shrigley is funnier, there are like, it's because I enjoy the huge breaks that like come about. So I think improv, Nana, pure comedy, Tommy Shrigley. Yeah, I know. I was just vamping to fill time.
Good picks. I literally every single week watch just a little bit, like in awe of how funny everybody is. Like even this week, not even this week. This week, you know, like I work so much.
Yeah, Izzy, so Izzy untalented. At this point. Ugh, the worst.
Even Izzy was so funny. Don't clip that. I know you're gonna clip that. Your gotcha journalism. No, Izzy, like I get to work with now these days quite a bit, and it just like it's always so cool and fun seeing how she approaches different characters and projects like this, because it always comes out like so different, and so like I wouldn't ever be able to pinpoint like what was going to happen exactly. And that is maybe the most exciting thing that you can do with comedy, is like go into it and just be like, I don't know what's about to happen, and it like in a way that's very controlled and very supportive. But she is just so unbelievably point blank talented, but also just like this episode really made me laugh watching it back.
Yeah, it was so good. Bigger surprise for you that she was Southern versus like a New Jersey, like obviously like thing that she could very easily lean into, or that Casper and Jasper were married and not twins.
Yeah, I mean, like I think Izzy's character was so like Casper and Jasper, it was that kind of thing of like, you know, you've got like different, that it is what I like most about the show, is like people like bringing different energies to it. And so if one episode's not for you, that's fine. There's like another episode that hopefully, you know, like will suit your taste. And like Casper and Jasper coming from like this sort of like Bridgerton clown type place made the things that they were doing less surprising to me, because it was more of one of those things where it's like, of course that's what's happening. Whereas just like pretty much everything Izzy said, like built to this like host character's like deeper confusion and also just like fascination with what was happening. But there were just several times where that got cut out of the episode of me just going, wait, hold on. We need to go back. I need to ask more follow-up questions about what you just said.
Shout out to Eve. Fantastic editing.
I mean, like truly absolutely one of the best. I hope that she is like still around to edit comedy stuff that we're doing forever, because she's so unbelievably talented, and I'm sure she's gonna get snapped up, stolen away. I don't know if that's how it works for editing. I'm assuming you see somebody that's that good and people are like, yeah, that's who I want to be editing my movie.
On the plus side, she has been with like College Humor Dropout for like almost 10 years now, so like seems to really enjoy it,
which also like makes sense, because I think too people don't think about the importance of like comedic sensibility and timing, but I really do think an edit is a make or break for something like that. Like there's like, I think about like the push in with Iffy, and like, you know, there's just a bunch of stuff letting a beat sit, because comedy is all in pacing, and you really have to have a strong team all around in order to make, I think, like live comedy and improvised stuff work in a filmed format, because they're the ones deciding where the edits and the cuts are. And if you leave it too long or cut it too short, you know, it cannot read. And I think every single time I watch something, I'm like, that's exactly how I would have done it if I could have been doing those edits live on stage. Like if I was watching this, that's exactly, I mean, like a lot of times she builds on it and it's just like, it's something even better than I possibly could have imagined, but she just is brilliant.
Yeah, and from what I understand, like moving some pieces around, yeah, I got all of that. We didn't freeze at all.
You
yeah, like
froze for
moving
me
pieces
like
around.
this.
Also, sounds like oh, I heard all of it. So
And I'm
good on
frozen.
my end.
Yeah. So this is a me problem, and that's okay. Sometimes you're the problem, and that's all right.
Yeah. Are we back yet? Or are we?
Mm-hmm. We're back.
Oh, okay, great. You never froze for me, which is extra delightful.
You're on like, I want to say a half a second delay, which is so disconcerting because like I am responding in the second and I know, so I'm now trying to gauge that like half step behind that I know the audio is coming in at.
It's my favorite to listen back to when there's, because it will sync up like better for a question and answer, and then we'll be talking over each other, and then there'll just be
Jordan,
the longest awkward pauses at the end.
Frozen. Oh man, look at us. Come on, we're back,
Truly.
baby.
We're back.
Better than ever.
Classic.
This is exactly it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh goodness. Speaking of timing, sure. A really smart blouse. My God, Izzy Rowland. What a pull. So fast that I genuinely like it took I think it took me, I don't how long did it get for you to get the joke? Because it took me like a full like 5 seconds before I was like, "Oh, this is such a good joke," and it was so fast.
Okay, so here's what's happening on my end, right? You're talking so animatedly, and I'm so excited by that. And so I didn't want to stop it because I want to support you in your talents as an interviewer and as a host here. And so I wanted to support that. I did not get a second of that audio. And now I think the audio's cut out. You can seem to hear me, and that's wonderful. I'm going, what is happening? No,
See,
that didn't work.
You can't hear any of this.
Huh.
This is a new and fun problem. Oh, now I've lost your audio completely. Now I don't hear you. Yeah, now you're gone. So whatever you've done has made it worse on my end. I cannot hear you. You seem concerned by that. Still nothing on my end, so I'm just going to keep vamping. I wonder if it's recording your audio and we're just going to be talking over each other the whole time that this is happening. I hope so. It'll be very fun. Oh, it says you're muted. How could you be muted? That doesn't make any sense.
Right. So I did press the mute button on my end on accident. I'm now realizing, trying to fix my my microphone. So did we catch any of that? Probably no. But in an attempt to fix being able to hear you, I did mute myself, and I'm now realizing that when it's a microphone that's red with a little slash through it, that does mean that I'm muted. This is fun. Come on, classic old times.
We're very good at this.
We're back, baby.
Yeah. Can you hear me again?
Yes. Perfect timing. No delays.
Great. Yep. Clearly. So the question, my animated question was, how long did it take you to get the Alexis joke, smart blouse joke? How long? Or did you clock it immediately? Because it took me like a full 10 seconds to figure out the bit Izzy was doing.
Yeah, so I would say for me, the way that it registered was kind of how it registered in real time to my memory, at least, where it was sort of that moment of being like, I heard like Alexa, and then I went through the Rolodex in my head of being like, Alexa, be different, or whatever that line was. And I was just like, Alexa, I only know one Alexa. It's the Amazon Alexa, smart blouse. And I literally in real time, if you're watching my face, you can see that it happened pretty quickly, but it definitely did really take me by surprise. Like you see my audible sigh of going, no, no, that's not what that is.
Just,
I mean, genius. It was literally genius.
It was so fast. It felt like a bit Izzy is doing on stage every night with you. Like it was so like she was so fast with Smart Blouse, Alexa, be different.
Yeah, I really like this in sort of the trifecta of like people who really get to me, and the Tommy being like the person that host Vic wants to be a little bit, the Nana being the past, and the Izzy character being like really a testament to the present of this character. I think it's like just by happenstance, you know, watching these back, it really is very cool to see, because I really loved this episode. It really was just very I don't know. Yeah, it as much as like the character was really just roasting me left, right, and center, there was just like seeing host Vic really just like want this character to like them, and them sort of end up in this place of like friendship really was very, very charming and delightful. And I really like give so like all of the credit to even Tomorrow on that one.
It was so good. I am curious, what's it like to be called an 85-year-old British man?
Home. It's just like home. That's how I want to be perceived. And I appreciate Izzy for seeing that through the character and in me.
So good. I guess also though, you said, speaking of memory, Vic Vehicular Michaelis.
Oh
Henry the Pig.
Oh yeah, that was bad. I legitimately blocked out seeing that pig. I didn't lie to you in the moment because I forgot.
I know. Yeah. Rewatching the episode, did it bring any memories back, or still
Not
like
even
fully
a
gone
single
from your
one.
consciousness?
I literally watched that happen and I was like, that is crazy. Not a single memory. I didn't remember
so
it for
fun.
a second, and it was mad. But to be fair to me, the victim in this, I just have a bad memory, and I forgot, and I apologize to those who I have harmed. Sam Reich and Jordon Brown, I apologize.
Plus side, I made a bunch of money on a TikTok because I posted the video where you're like, I didn't get to meet Henry the Pig right before the clip
Reveal.
of you meeting Henry the Pig dropped. So win
honestly,
for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'll lead you astray so that way you can post a hot take, and then that's sort of how I'm gonna contribute.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it was very funny, like getting a bunch of messages from people like as the like behind the scenes came out,
Pig,
just like
pig.
Yeah, delightful. I did.
Hey, sometimes you're wrong, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm never too proud to say, guess what? I was wrong, and I'm sorry. I just didn't remember that, and that is my fault, and I apologize to those who I've harmed.
I say Sam had your back, because I was messaging with Sam about it, and he said that Sam Reich also said that like he was like, they probably blacked out I sometimes like fully like forget things that we do on set, in that episode too, in particular.
That like there was just so much happening after that. Like I feel like had that been like the last Dropout thing that I'd done for a while, maybe it would have stuck in my brain a little bit more, but it just like, you know, I feel so fortunate, and they like really get my brain turning with things. So it's the things that I think about are usually like the more topical things that I'm doing. So it's again, I apologize. That was my bad. Hey, that was my bad. That's my bad.
See, the thing that was great about the Izzy episode was I think I posted this on Instagram. I wanted a longer name of your because like Vic is so short. I wanted to be able to be like Michaelis, and like
you
like
need
Vic
a Christian name.
Vicalis, and I was
Mary Lou, who's like a very, very funny improviser who's done Play It by Ear, I believe, calls me Vicalis, which is also very fun.
Yeah, but Vehicular, pretty solid.
Is my new Christian name.
Yeah, I very much appreciate it. So yeah, Vehicular Michaelis. Ooh. But there is now a second lie that we have to talk about.
Oh no.
We were going to watch Deep Blue Ink's Tommy Shrigley video together.
Live, and I did watch it ahead of time. I watched it immediately. I couldn't help myself.
You're
the
top comment on the
literally
thing.
30 seconds. I was one of 2 comments on there the second that it came out. And I was like, watched it, loved it, sent it to my family group chat. And that's my bad. But here's the thing. I am an actor first and foremost. So we can watch it next week and I can pretend like I've never seen it before and I'll react to it.
It was very funny because I think his name is Harry, who Deep Blue Ink had messaged me about something unrelated, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like watch the video with Vic," and he's like, "Well,
Bad news. I can't help
yeah.
myself. I'm surrounded by talented people and I can't help it. Literally the second it came out, I was so excited. I set an alarm for it, and it just is. It's so. It's so good.
I understand.
So good. Like, I couldn't help
so
it, and I also forgot.
So good. It was delightful, and I'm happy that you watched it.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. But next time, I'm literally gonna put it in my calendar. Next time something like that comes up, I'm gonna put it in my calendar, and I'm gonna say, really triple underline.
Yeah. I almost had a transition there, and I don't. So, vegetables, not a thing.
Hard left.
Yeah.
Vegetables?
Hard left. Vegetables, not a thing.
No. I'm so excited for people to see Smarty Pants Reka is the most wonderful host.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. You sent me down a very upsetting rabbit hole of learning that vegetables are not real, that fish either aren't real or we are fish. Those are the like two options that you have. That the color brown is great. Well, that's fine. Do you want me to repeat it, or is it just going to be like, we'll just move on?
Yes, please. I want to hear what your rabbit hole was, because I also went on a rabbit hole.
Vegetables not real. Fish either aren't real.
I said I want to rehear this in the internet.
We lose it again
not
immediately.
A chance.
Yeah, get fucked. Fish either aren't real or we are fish.
That can't be right.
No, you're not back.
Fish are not real, or we are fish.
In the same way that like vegetables aren't real, like if like you try to categorize fish, like you can't categorize all of them unless like we become fish because like a weird whatever, or there is no such thing as fish. It's another nightmare.
Then what are they?
I don't know. The rabbit hole provided no answers. Yeah.
Scientific anomaly.
The color brown is actually orange.
Yeah, that I did know. Orange with like black undertones.
Yeah, which led me. I was live on a stream while this was all unfolding because we did like a Smarty Pants watch, a trailer watch, and it did lead to me shouting, "I'm real," because someone in the comments said that brown wasn't real. So
tough way to find out too, because then like, what do you do with that information? Yeah. You either got to come with lots of sources and information on that, or then what do you do? Because then like you're on a stream, so you got to be like, great, now we're all looking this up. Now all of us are searching. Like if you're going to come in with a loaded gun like that, you gotta bring some bullets. Is that where the metaphor goes with that? If you're going to bring a loaded gun, that doesn't make any sense. You can't.
Well, if you come in with a loaded gun, presumably you
don't
have
bring a loaded
bullets.
gun anywhere. Don't bring a gun anywhere, I think is probably. Yeah. Is this good listening for the podcast? This is going to clip up well for you, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just let you go. It was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will say, though, if you brought a loaded gun, it probably would have bullets, because that, by definition, would have bullets. So I don't know where.
Because otherwise, what is a loaded gun? What is it loaded with?
Right.
Well, I guess that's it. Yeah. You assume it's loaded with bullets, but maybe it's loaded with something else.
Which would be much nicer.
Theoretically. You don't know what's in there.
I guess that's true. Be hard to be worse than bullets, though.
Yeah. Notes from loved ones telling you sort of how they really feel about you negatively. That might be worse. The people you love most, just writing notes about your deepest insecurities.
And they're just launched into you at violent speed.
Well, you're that's the fear tactic as well. You're expecting it to be a bullet, and it's that moment of like fear only to be sort of like it to be a piece of paper, the moment of relief, and then you read it and it's like, no, the deepest betrayal of all. The people that you love don't actually love you back. Jordon, that might be worse.
I think you have come up with a worse thing than bullets.
It might be worse.
Boy, we have spiraled today in the best way
I just
possible.
want to make sure you have options, right? You
And
know,
we are
the
frozen
audio
and
a
we're
mess,
just
which is great. We
chatting.
love that for us. So I'm trying to make sure that we got lots of different
Yeah.
stuff. We got stuff on the show. We're hearing a lot about how PAX went and sort of your continued career as Dropout's quote unquote official underlined caps dropout reporter, and now we just need something to spice it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Something that's
Yeah.
you know just kind of sad.
Yes. I will say, you and Christina both texted me prior to the panel to wish me good luck, and it was so kind and thoughtful, and it meant a great deal to me.
Oh my gosh, of course. Christina is so nice.
Yes.
I'm such a fan.
And so are you.
Wow.
You are
okay.
also so nice and such a fan.
Sometimes you fish and you catch a fish.
Yeah. Can I tell you a funny story from PAX?
Yes, please.
So I'm sitting with Iffy. We're working on our PowerPoint at a Panera Bread, living the dream. And I'm going to keep talking until I see your face move again and assume that... oh, great. Yeah, so you are hearing. Great. So Sam texts him something, and I think Iffy says like that he's there with me, and he's like, oh, give Jordon my best. And I think I may have mentioned this to you before. Sam has never spelled my name right. In the history of us communicating together. Did you get any of that?
Yes, Sam is. I'm hearing you completely.
Great.
No,
oh, good. Oh,
no
wonderful.
problems on my end at all. Perfect computer,
great.
Perfect internet connection.
Love it. So yeah, so if he's texting on his laptop, it says, I see like, give Jordon my best, my name's spelled wrong. If he writes back, actually Jordon, Jord, capital O-N, which was such a good joke, so fantastic. Because I had mentioned
perfectly on brand.
Yeah, I had mentioned to Iffy and BDG that Sam had never spelled my name right, as in like our like little chat, whatever. So it was very fun.
Incredible, delightful.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's going to stick. And so then it leads to lasting change.
Yeah, I have Iffy to thank for everything. Genuinely, I do have a lot to thank Iffy for, because he's the one who asked me to be on the panel. And that feels like it's going to change things. Yeah,
well, I mean, like it's so cool, and you do so much work in that space already, and there's nobody more knowledgeable than you on it. Do you think? I can't think of anybody that would be.
I mean,
more knowledgeable. Is that crazy to say? So. I said it. I feel confident about it. There's nobody more knowledgeable than Jordon Brown.
I've definitely talked to more people about Dropout than anyone else in the world.
And that's half of it. Than anyone in the world.
Say.
Yeah, I'm thinking that has to be true. I'll say it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I feel so strongly about that's true.
Because even like the people who do like interviews with like Dimension 20 folks, like the professional journalists out there, they're not talking to like you every couple of weeks. They're not talking to like Eve or Tamar, right? Because like they've got their very specific brand that they're pulling.
Has like such large scope, right? There's like so many different branches of it where it's like there's like the game, the improv, and the like TTRPG stuff. TTRPG, is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Nailed
I'm just not sure. Yeah, tabletop role playing game. Yeah, that would work. I wasn't sure if that referred to only home games or if that would refer to this as well. And I answered my own question, asked and answered for myself. So it's like, it's such, it all sort of falls under this umbrella of like, unscripted, loosely storied comedy, but it is such different. Like it covers a lot of terrain under that umbrella. So I mean, like you sort of, you're the person.
I mean, I'm doing my best. Yeah, I think Iffy did, like, yeah. Anyway, Iffy is amazing. So kind. Great host. Someone did actually want me to ask you something specific to improv. What is your favorite improv game?
Oh, my favorite improv game. Okay, so this is tricky because it's like so short formy style. Like, what's your favorite improv game? I mean, like talking everyday play, me and my brother do a lot of like cat rap, bad rap in the car. Like that's just like something that we enjoy doing together. So that holds a special place in my heart. But in terms of like performance short form games, it's really tough. I like maybe, is this good? Just sort of wandering as I'm thinking and I'm talking out loud, but I'm feeling the space with other words. My favorite improv
It's my
game. I like New
favorite.
Choice. I think
My
New Choice
favorite
is
Vic
like a
answer.
fun, structured one. Did that answer your question? I hope so. I'm going to say New
It
Choice.
did. It was
New
perfect.
choice on the
Yeah.
question,
Um,
actually.
this then I won't ask the follow up to it. Can you hear how loud and upset my son is about his bath, or is that not coming through?
It is coming
Did you
through
get
a little
any of
bit,
it?
but it sounds mostly
Good.
like he's very excited about something.
Ooh, no, very upset about something. I don't know what. Um, uh, on set with Izzy, how delightful was it to have Brennan just dying of laughter?
It was so great. We shot the Brennan episode right before the Izzy episode. So Izzy was in hair and makeup when Brennan was doing his episode, and then Brennan got to watch Izzy's episode, and it really was very delightful. It was really nice the days that we had Sam on set. It was really nice when we would have like some new folks come in, especially not having any of the audience reaction to what was happening. And improv being largely a art form that takes place in front of a crowd, typically it was very cool to sort of see people's reaction to it, like new, and to sort of see what people were reacting to. And I think is like just helpful as a performer to be like, oh, this is something that like people, especially people whose comedic voices and ideas you really trust, how they're reacting to it. That was very, very helpful. And also too, just like how wonderful to see somebody like so supportive and just like so reactive to like the person that they love doing comedy. Is there just like how special for them to have that as well? And I mean,
Yeah.
just one of my most treasured episodes to do. It was a great day.
Yes. Yeah, I'm so glad to hear it. Yeah, it's very fun because you can hear Brennan's like wheeze laugh at a couple of moments in like the episode, and it's very fun to like hear that and be like, "Ooh, I think I just heard Brennan like losing his mind with laughter." Of course he is, because like Izzy's obviously brilliant, and
Yes, and was so brilliant
yeah,
in this character. Like like all across the board. Like I felt this way about Tommy Shrigley, and I definitely feel this way about Leanna Jean. Just like I'm so thrilled. Like people, especially people that are like well known online and are known for doing improv, like getting to be seen in like a little bit of a different light for some of these characters has just been like very cool and very, very special for me.
yeah.
Is that coming through?
No, you're good.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, we're great.
You're a little bit frozen.
No, I'm a little bit frozen.
Oh no. And now you're back. And now you're back.
Great, wonderful.
Should I start having people writing questions for you?
If you want, sure.
I think I'm going to. You're frozen. I'm assuming that your
if you heard me say
quietness about
yes
this
or
means
not.
that you're down for it and you're excited about it. I'm going to start. So this is I'm going to say
Yep,
this one
that
time
was it.
only. Shoot me a message. And if I see it, I will ask Jordon the question.
Amazing. One time only. And don't criticize Vic in your comments or be weird.
Honestly, you're like, listen, I'm not going to read it. I very, very rarely read DMs for that reason. Just, I put a lot of time and energy into stuff. I've got my people that I like, whose opinions I really like. I got a really varied set of opinions of people that come from different like things that they think are funny and things like that, and I listen to those people. And so kind of honestly, like, criticism just doesn't I don't seek it out. I don't, like, I don't really read comments or anything like that. And so anytime I do see stuff, I just go, this person doesn't know me, and the opinion doesn't really do anything for me. That's not an open invitation to send me thoughts. Please don't do that. But that is kind of how I feel about it.
But if you do have thoughts, you mean nothing.
Yeah. According to Jordon.
Yeah.
Send them to Jordon if you have thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, send Jordon all of your thoughts.
You can send them to me. That's fine. I'll monetize your mean comments and donate it to charities.
Yeah, that really is it, eh? Like, if I could
That's
figure
my
out how to
big
do that,
move
maybe
on
I'd
the
do
internet
that.
these days.
Maybe down the line, I'll talk to you about it, and I'll figure out how to monetize weird comments.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun because you have to like antagonize lunatics.
Yeah, antagonize
And
somebody that
then,
is the type of person to leave a comment like that.
I had a really good one. You might be gone again.
Nope, I'm here.
Or you can hear me. Who knows?
I'm
Who's
here
to
and I'm
say?
listening.
And we're back.
And we're back. Ad breaks. We're leaving ad breaks out now just in case. We
just
never
in case.
know, and we want to leave it open, and we just want to let people know this is where it'd go.
Yeah, we're ready. Like, Dropout if you want to sponsor us. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
You don't spend any money
Get
on
on in there.
advertising. We're ready. What a wildly poor decision that would be for Dropout to advertise on a thing that's literally talking about them
Just
for
them.
free. It's why they give me no money. Why would they ever do that? I do everything for free for them anyway.
I also think we can shoot for the stars. I'm like, I think we could get like I'm just looking around my like, oh, okay, Dell, the computer company.
Yeah.
I think we could get to sponsor us. I'm just wildly looking around at things. Like, oh, nasal spray, signature brand nasal spray. A little troll with no nose. We could get the little troll to sponsor us.
Glenn Boozin, in your wonderful book, Their Dad's Worse Than You.
Oh my God,
Please.
Glenn is one of the funniest people in the world. Is like very
Talking to Glenn on Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from actually.
Yes, and
yes.
So
yeah, Glenn is truly one of the most wonderful people in the world.
I genuinely, we had the other book, There Are Moms Ways Worse Than You. As soon as this one came out, I bought it so that I could post a picture and ask Glenn to do an interview, and it worked.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah.
I'm also best-selling author.
Yes, I'm also maybe talking to Anna Garcia.
Oh, great!
Movie star Anna Garcia,
truly movie star. And the movie looks so good.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, she is. I mean, like a star through and through. I'm so happy that like all the announcements are coming out and people are really getting to be like, whoa.
I love that she is now. She is in that like weird liminal space of like, do I need to change my username on Instagram because it's Scramby Eggs?
Change it to my actual name.
Yeah.
I like it. Honestly, no. It's like I think it's fun. What do I know? How much power do I have? None. How much say do I have? Zero. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, an actual transition. Sure. Dead. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is that how you pronounce it?
Dead, yes.
Yeah, okay. Because the E is in the parentheses. Anyway, looks... How sad am I going to be?
Intently
Did we get any of it?
Until you come back.
Right.
And there we are.
And we're back. How sad am I going to be? Very?
I couldn't say. I couldn't possibly say. Okay. And I won't say. And I can't say. Because I don't know what has been announced and what's been released and what's been said plot-wise. And I will say, if somebody else says something, great, and I love it, and I'd love to talk about it. But I cannot be the first person to say something about it. Okay. I just think that's sort of my thing. Is if somebody else is talking about it, I love talking about it. But I will let somebody else be the one to talk about it and then get in trouble or not trouble. And then I will go, oh, very, very interesting. And then I will talk about it.
Ooh. That's
fair. This. I'll show this
I'm
off.
working on an Izzy interview. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Is that the a rap gift?
That was a rap gift.
I love it. Working on an Izzy interview. Almost had one, but she's busy with a tiny child and moving or like going to Europe for like a month or whatever.
I got that bigger and D20 tour.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is just
so exciting.
Cool.
I'm so happy. Yeah, it's so cool. Playing Madison Square Garden is so wildly amazing and cool. Like
crazy.
Are you gonna go?
I mean, if I can, maybe.
Great. You want to hang out? I'll be there.
Going, yeah. I mean, like, never say never is what I'll say. Just as a fan, though. Just to watch.
didn't get any of it, but I'm excited that you're
What do you think
maybe
I said?
going to be
Based
there as
on
a
my
fan.
reaction to you, what do you think I said?
I think you said you wanted to make sure that no one thinks that you're going there in any official capacity and you're going to be there as a fan and you don't know anything about the show because you don't want to be the first person to talk about it.
You nailed it, Jordan. Come on. That was perfect. That was almost word for word exactly what I said.
Well, look, you and I can do like an opener for Madison Square Garden where we talk about very important people.
I love that. We'll do sort of like a vaudeville style two-hander.
Yeah, perfect.
I think that's really fun. I think that's a brilliant idea.
I'll message Sam about it right after this.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah. Message Sam. I'll go and then I'll message him back and go, I'm actually Jord on. So that's me saying I'm going to take if he's bit, and I'm just going to sort of out of the blue message say.
Yeah. So, Vic, great debate coming up soon.
Coming up,
people should buy tickets
Sunday.
Then I'll post this video. This video won't be out by then. So I hope it went great. But you can probably buy the VOD after. I don't know.
I'm not sure how that works, but the Tin Can Bros are so. I don't think I've met any of them in person. I might retract that. Maybe I have at some point, but they so far via online have been so wonderful to work with. They're so clear, which is like, that's all you want out of a comedy show. I want a detailed email, and they are on top of it. I'm so excited for the show. If it's available, watch it.
Yes.
Do you have anything to plug, Jordan?
Whatever Vic
anything
said,
coming up?
Agreed. No, I don't know.
TBD.
This delightful podcast. Yeah.
Hey, look at this.
We're fun back. Interviews, as always. Like, we're back. It's delightful. Vic, as always, amazing. Do you want to try and do our sign-off? Do you remember what our sign-off is?
Yes, I do.
It's never going to work because we're fully frozen again.
Let's do it. Ready? Here we go.
It's so good. Yeah, here we go. Who's to say?
Not me. Is that right?
I can't.
I can't.
And I won't. Who knows if we got any of that? Delightful. I'm hitting stop recording.
Who knows?
Who knows?